used to go back then, so I need to be up. This is already getting me ready, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much Brownie's your go-to for like any runs of this game. Like
a lot of people go for either Brownie or the dog.
Yeah, the dog has a really broken
punch.
Like that one just like does a lot of damage.
It just fire. Yeah, I think if charged promptly, it's like you can one-hit kill bosses with it and shit. I saw that shit. I was like, wow. Doggo is broken.
Try not to die as much as this one.
When I go home, I'm gonna play Contra. Like, seriously, I'm so behind on it because I didn't grow up on Contra, but like, I like Contras because I've heard it through friends all the time, and at MagFest I see it at the gameplays too, but I've always focused on the games I wanted to go there to play.
Nice.
So, yes, being put on to seeing how this all is. I love boss battles, I love time attacks, things that are challenging.
Pretty much. This game itself is just pretty insane. I think it has like the most bosses in any Contra game.
Really?
Yeah, like since you have different paths to choose from. Oh fuck. Since you have since you have different paths to choose from, and like each area has its own like unique boss to fight. Like this is the first time you see this one. That's why. Well, that's because I choose the other way.
I got you.
Pretty much, you choose to let Deadeye Joe live. You pretty much go after him later. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Wall clamps.
That's what I didn't hear. Right, so pretty much stage 3 and 4 is the same for both ways. It's just what you do on stage 2 that decides the later stages.
I got you. Here we go. Fist of the North Star. It's actually crazy. I had for Genesis. I had Last Battle, which is Fist of the North Star for American Genesis, and I sold it on purpose because I was like, yo, fuck it. I'm gonna get the Japanese version just so I can see them explode when you hit them.
Pretty much. It's funny too because it was like one of the launch titles, right?
Yes. It was one of the quiet releases too. Well, in America, it was Last Battle, Street Smart, and Target Earth. And the ones made directly by Sega was the Baseball, Revenge of Shinobi, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Super Hang On. Hang On. And Ultra Beast, which was the packing title, and Revenge of Shinobi. And Columns. And Afterburner came out like 2 weeks right after the launch.
Nice.
That was my shit, bro. That's still arguably my favorite fucking Sega arcade game. Shit, I fucking lost it when I went to Mikado last year, and they had the actual sit-down cabinet of Outrun, Space Harrier, Power Drift, and Afterburner. I was like, what? Let's go!
Nice.
I can't wait to go back. It's gonna be lit. I'm telling you, night 1 is gonna be the best.
Pretty much, man. I'm down.
Because, like, dude, put it this way. Once we land that Tuesday and we check in and we drop everything off, the first routine thing I do, I didn't do it last year because I wanted to do my tattoo work. Like, I wanted to get straight to it.
Yeah.
My routine is I go to Asakusa, Sensoji Temple.
Yeah.
I do my prayers. And then after my prayers, I'll get some banging ass street vendor food. And then I'll go to Akihabara for a little bit. And then Shibuya at nighttime for dinner. And then back at the hotel. Because the train stopped working at midnight. So we get back to the hotel in one piece, we grab dinner there, and if we're still hungry, we can grab fucking munchies at the spot down the block from the hotel, hit the liquor store, whatever. And then in the morning, we hit breakfast, and then we basically discuss, all right, where are we going, guys? And there's also a good chance I'm going to get tickets for either New Japan Pro Wrestling Noah, or Grand Champ MMA.
Nice.
And the tickets are like $80 for front row seats. For all of them. Except for New Japan. New Japan I think is like $150. But it's worth it. It's worth it. And it's most likely going to be at a Korakuen Hall, right next to the Tokyo Dome.
Nice.
And baseball season is going to be in swing. So maybe we can get tickets to see a Tokyo Giants game too.
Nice.
And what's crazy is, for the baseball games, you know all the teams have their own theme songs, right?
I did not know that.
Yo, if I remember correctly, The Tokyo Giants theme song is the theme song to the original Dragon Ball.
What?
And they have a fucking a band in the background.
Oh, that's nuts.
And I think it's usually when it depends on what team is up for pitching and striking. But I know there's another team that has Lupin the Third. So it's like dun 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 dun.
I wanted to mention something too on the side about Japan. There's a coin called Mona Coin.
Yeah.
Alright? It's a cryptocurrency,
Uh-huh.
but it's like Dogecoin for playing around or what's popular in Japan. That's
Okay.
the point of it. So if you hear things like that, you know, they're like maybe under a penny now, but in the future they're like worth 5 cents like in 2 years.
Yeah.
If you have some, just because in Japan it may be a popular coin for tipping services as a cheap coin.
Actually, believe it or not, you know, tipping is not necessarily, it's not acceptable.
I didn't know that. But I guess
All right,
it has some
so check it out.
stuff.
So no. What it is in Japan, you don't tip because they basically do that to save face. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you're really eager to tip, what you do is the loophole is you get an envelope and you put the money in the envelope and you just leave it. You just walk. Okay. That's usually how that's. Because like, for example, what restaurant was it? Wolfgang Steakhouse. Yo, let me tell you something. I'll drop money for a fucking steak. No problem. I'll drop money for a good steak. No ifs, ands, or buts. But
I'll love for you, but either burnt. I'll wait till
I'm
next
good,
time.
so I'll drop money for a good steak. That's number one. But when I tell you this steak was like way too good for its price, like I legit left the fucking restaurant and I came back with a note and like an Eddie pay card with like $20 on it, and I left it for the waiter. It was like here. You know, basically a thank you note, and you know, for the amazing service and whatnot. And I left an Eddie Pay card in there. Because Eddie Pay, you can use at game centers or you can use it to buy stuff.
Any pay.
Yeah, Eddie, E-D-Y.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, like, because I actually have an Eddie Pay card. Hold on.
Yeah, but
I don't understand what they have over there on the other side of the world. But my boy Kevin Carter is over there traveling to Thailand for like a while to get life together. But like, God bless him and never became more. I talked to him about YouTube as well, about how he played
So,
games.
alright, so check it out. The universal card to use like the public transportation out there for trains and buses is either Pasmo or Suica. Suica is green and silver, and Pasmo is pink and silver. There's no really big difference, in my opinion. There's no difference. And this is the Eddie Pay card. I use this for when I go to game centers. In certain game centers, they have an IR scanner on it, and if you use it, you'll get like a 10% discount.
Alright,
Scanner
Chris,
or like
real
an
quick.
IR blaster scanner?
This is actually a little harder since he's actually manning the ship now. So there's other shit that he can do.
Oh boy. But yeah, like this card, I use this at like, you know, the popular game centers that have the fucking scanner on it. And like usually, there's if I remember correctly, a Taito Hey. They actually have a Super Turbo section, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, original hardware and all that. And it's 10 yen per game, 10 cents per game. Yeah, and literally every 2 hours they replace the joysticks and the buttons. Like that's literally like the highlight of my trip. I'll sit there for 2 hours and I'll get my ass whipped, or I'll pass boots to asses. Like I just go in. I don't care. Wow.
So I'm like, it's still early, it's cold, like, I understand. So for the next 2 weeks, like, I'm already starting to look for a job.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's $4 off the books.
Yeah.
But I know when it gets hotter, like, once it hits 60 degrees.
Oh yeah, everybody in the mother
She's gonna
comes
call me
in.
like, I need help. These 2 old ladies that run it, the sisters, the Carvel and Casamoso, I do frequently see Dan when I get a chance to as a
Yeah, yeah.
and I tell them, hey, I'm working there.